Welcome everyone, I'm Riane Seichi as always, and this is, well, a story. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. Most people already know what this is, and the other people can check the title, but yeah. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. I'm also gonna have to do a lot of reading in this series. I didn't even think about that. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against a beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf. Yes, this is Okami HD. I've already played Okami before, but I love this game, and it is so beautiful. But think of it kind of like Zelda, but you're a wolf goddess, or a goddess in a form of a wolf, more like. And it is our mission to restore the land and save it from the beast. So let us begin. Now first things always first, we need to check the options, even though I kind of did that before. And in fact, for some reason the default of this game is to start in windowed mode. I don't know what's up with that. Or, well, I have played it before, but I did reinstall it, so it had to go back to its defaults. So yeah, the default is to go to windowed mode. It's very strange. And in fact, if you look at continue, nothing... I didn't know that happened, okay. So instead, let us actually start the new game, yes? Okami. Hopefully it doesn't play us the title screen again, because that would be a little annoying, wouldn't it? The story by Hideki Kamiya. That's a pretty familiar looking name, wouldn't you say? I can't remember off the top of my head what else he's done though. I feel kind of ashamed. This is gonna be the exact same thing again, isn't it? No. A little different. Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetites of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. I bring something unique to the table of Okami LPs. Correct pronunciation. Yeah, I took like a couple years of Japanese, so I kind of... I've also watched a ton of anime, but that's just me being a nerd. Yeah, not a jerk, but a nerd. I think dork was what I was going for at first, and then I kind of changed it in the middle of it. But yeah. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. Also, I felt like face cam was unnecessary because A, it mars the art, and I don't want to get that in the way. And I've played it before, so reactions are kind of disingenuous. Though this is the HD version, so I don't know. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. God. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. Well, that's not good. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. That one head, though, his jaw doesn't match quite right. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. Keep that motion in mind, we'll be doing it quite a few times. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening. A gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Oh, also this cutscene is really long. It's part of why I wanted to start a little earlier. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. But if that's where our story ended, it would be a pretty boring game. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. And then it turned out to be real. Oops. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds, speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me, and unleash my power. Run away! Even without his full strength, Orochi is quite fearsome. There's a way to play that. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. This tiny settlement of Kamiki village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. The wood sprite, Sakuya. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Taking the form of the white wolf Shiranui, We are the sun goddess, Amaterasu reborn. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior of whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demons so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. It's a bit chaotic since your untimely departure from our midst. The world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. That beat Japan, by the way. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Also, Peach Butt. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? What on earth? You again? Ow, 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 ow! Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. The wandering artist, Isun. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. It's not bad. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? That face, though. I don't know about it. What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it! You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Whoa! What do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prize sword, Denkomaru, against you. Damn, that's a powerful sword. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh, great God, Amaterasu. We're just going to ignore any of that. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. I'm sorry, you're what? Cut it free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. Oh, the trees returned to normal, huh? That Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, well, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. Also, think of Isun as our voice, so he's Navi. A little less annoying though. Not that that's saying much, because Navi is the most annoying ever. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. That's for sure. Well, we have no way to cut this tree down, but let's get ourselves acquainted with the controls. We have X, or A, in this case, because it's an Xbox controller. But this lets us jump. We cannot do any kind of fancy double jumps or anything right now. Actually, do you double jump in this game? I can't remember. Square charges. In battle, it attacks. We have a separate screen for that. B just brings up your yen counter. And it seems triangle / Y digs. We also have this thing, which shows us our different tools and such. However, there's not much to it right now. And back shows us the settings. Okay, got it. Alright, well that's pretty much everything. Oh, L2 shows that, so there's that. I'm gonna constantly switch between which one I'm using. Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. The left bumper changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? That's a problem. Invert the X. Okay, that's so much better. Actually, we're gonna need to invert both. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay. Let's take off running. Amaterasu here can slowly build up speed as she runs. And cool stuff happens. Oh, look at that. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way you could always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. Well, let's do as he said. Save our game here. That's a really, really cool painting in the background there. Alright. Away! Pots. Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press X to bust them with your head. Think Spyro charge. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that anytime you see something you can break. It's not just breakables though, but we'll get there. Anyway, let's gather up this N. This is our currency of the game. And the currency of Japan, really. And we're going to need a lot of it. So, make sure to save up any that you can find. Whoa, whoa, hold on there, Furball. Get a load of that. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press A to jump. Then press A again to do a wall jump. Oh yeah, that's right, I can wall jump, I forgot about that. Make sure you press it firmly so you jump really high. So yeah. I knew you could do it! They say good luck is found in high places, so keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. Okay, so that might be our equivalent of a double jump in this game, but I swear there is also an actual double jump. It's been a while though. Well, for now, let's break open all the pots we see and gather up this N. We obtained the Holy Bone S. Amaterasu's favorite snack. Restores 3 units of solar energy, also known as health. Was that like a Trojan horse? The heck? Oh, it looked like there was something over the edge there. But there is not. There's just death. Well, looks like the bridge is out. And we're stuck here forever. This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kinda long. Mind if I call you Amy? Listen, Amy. Ever heard of the spirits of the brush? Also, I have no idea how to pronounce that in a Japanese kind of way, so... yeah. Ami? I guess that makes sense. Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'd take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Nice, huh? Just a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of my many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I've practiced really hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13! Each one is a power of the 13 brush gods. Keep that in mind. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but god or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? How could they, indeed? We barely have one, though, so at the moment, that's where we'll have to just be happy. Now the pot! River of the Heavens. That is kind of river, isn't it? It's really hard to read. The River of the Heavens? They mean the fabled Stardust River? But I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? Maybe. And he soon shows you things and reads you things. The River of the Heavens? They mean the fabled Stardust River? But I heard well, yeah, this is pretty sad. Also, if you swim off of that, you fall. So don't do that. Instead, let's go this way. You can always see when we switch gears in our running, because, you know, Amaterasu kind of whoosh. Wow, look at that star's twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey, look! Are those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me? There's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. Bop. Bah! Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press right butt bumper to hold the brush, then next to draw. I sure spent a heck of a lot of time practicing that. And the first of the brush gods. Yomigami. Ah, why if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men and now lie in disarray. Spin! Spin! I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Wow! That was Yomigami! The god of rejuvenation! Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you were as good with a brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique? Who else but a goddess? And achievement. Awesome. Alright. 430. That's like $4. We're doing good. I know! Wonder if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Nah. It's one thing to fix a bridge, but fixing a starry river? Well, there's no way you could pull off a stunt like that. Wouldn't that be quite incredible? Now we're just gonna fill this in all the way to the top there. That looks good. Whoa! A river of stardust! So this really must be the river of the heavens. But what I really want to know is, who the heck drew the darn thing? Well, there's only 2 people here, Easton, and it sure as heck wasn't you. Now, I could spend all day restoring this river, and believe me, I've done that in the past. But there's not really much of a point to doing that. So, we'll just pop open this chest. You obtained the astral pouch. Oh, look what you found, Furball. This astral pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then, when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Think of it like an E-tank, or a sub-tank. A sub-tank would be closer, in Metroid. Well, let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here. Unfortunately, money does not equal food, as much as capitalism would try and convince you otherwise. We consumed an apple. Nectar-filled sour apple. Fills the astral pouch a little bit. And a peach. It's a juicy and fragrant peach. Fills the astral pouch a little bit. And this is an orange. It's an orange. Orange with sharp citrus taste. Fills the astral pouch a little bit. So yeah, that happens every time you pick up an item for the first time. And, you know, mundane things like peaches, apples, and oranges are on that list. I'm trying to remember how to do that loading screen minigame, but it'll also be a little harder for me because I actually have this game loaded on the solid state. So, it's a bit awkward. Alright, let's see. Third gear. Ah! Horse. Try that again. Well, let's see if we can't end this segment with like 1,000. Though it appears like we're running out of things to smash. And I mean, it's not like we won't have better ways of making money. Up, back up. Fountain of Nagi. Nagi? What's his name doing here? Huh. What indeed? Aha! This looked like a side path. And we have, cool pots and stuff. We also have this, but we can't get up there. Let's see. Nothing else, it seems. So let's keep on going. We have this. We can actually keep our momentum if we, keep running and charging. You consume dumplings. Doughy balls made from grain. Fills the astral pouch a little bit. As I'm sure we're getting used to saying. Alright, let's see. Anything over here? Not particularly. We can go in this river. I don't see any point to doing so, but we can. Oh, also, Ami can only swim so long in actual water, so be careful of that. We now have 5 units of astral pouch energy or something. Anyway, let's get up the staircase. Anything around? Apparently not. Alright. Is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of the white wolf, Shiranui. First the river of the heavens, and now this place. Where the heck are we, Furball? Boy, this place is a wreck. See, that sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. If only we could do something about that sword. I knew it! You can handle a brush! Now try again. Draw more carefully. I didn't even try. Let's see. Oh, see, there are pots over here. I would have missed that. Probably. I like how Ami, like, bounces off the wall. But hey, Ami, doesn't Nagi's broken sword there bug you? I mean, there must be something we could do. Yeah, if only. I don't know how long it is. There we go. That really was your brushwork all this time. How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you anyway? Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like a... some kind of a dolphin, or an otter, or a mouse. A mouse with a really large sword. Tachigami. Well, 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 if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time. With all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil. And we get a very useful and very much a power we're going to be using a lot. Hey, that was the god Tachigami, master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute, if you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that Shiranui. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi. When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into 13 brush gods. This is crazy. Shiranui and Nagi? It's just like the legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing your stuff off on that boulder over there? Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it till I see it. You call that a line? Use the brush like a sword. A sword! Grab the sword! Okay. Slice it with a single straight line. Wow! I didn't think you had it in you, Furball. I'm not even in the same league as you. I guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Furball. Amaterasu. I've made up my mind. If you're Shiranui reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you! It's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the power slash, you can cut down that thing Sakuya was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. What a magnificent statue. The legendary hero Nagi, I always wanted to draw him. Was this thing always here? I don't think you could fit through here. Why don't you use your new power on it? Give it a good clean stroke. Oh, I cut a couple of the trees faster. And now we can spend all of our days slicing down trees till our heart's content. And we get fruits and stuff for it. It's pretty great. But yeah, we're not gonna sit here and do that. So let's just move on. Oh, also, we have a limit to that. What the? Where'd they come from? Whatever. Draw first, ask questions later, right? You know that divine instrument you have on your back? Well, press the X button to use its power against them. Look, Ami. Once you've caught them off guard and turned them black and white-ish, they're easy prey for your brush, no matter how nasty they are. Grab your brush and give them a good power slash. We obtained an ink bottle. Bottle full of ink. Shocking. It fills one of Amaterasu's ink pots. And we obtained the Spirit Globe S. Humanity's faith made solid. Restores a little solar energy. It's a potion, basically. And as you can see, we had taken a little bit of damage there. We should be okay. I meant to hit the rock and not the tree. Oops. Keep in mind though that each power slash does use up just a little bit of our Spirit Globe M. It restores a bit more. A whole unit actually. Oh. But yeah, every time we use that, it consumes an ink pot. So, you know, you can't use it too willy-nilly. Boom, S rank. Lupine and Divine. Okay. Cannot slash that rock. It's a little bit of a shame. Whoosh! There we go. That was bothering me just a tad. Okay. I've gotten a bit of combat experience and stuff now, and now we actually have 1800 N, which I forgot I can check by. Guys, we can bark with B. Also checks our stuff. Okay, that's quite enough of that though. Let's head back here. That mirror thing is back here as well, so we can resave, and then we can get on going. Also keep in mind that items, when they're broken, don't last very long, so... Oh, that looks like an onion. Or a radish. I guess that kind of looks like a radish. Pure white spherical vegetable. It fills the astral pouch. You guessed it. A little bit. Okay, how's my Astro Pouch doing? 7. Cool. Whoops. That camera change really, jerks the crap out of me, though. So we're gonna have, like, 3 separate save files. I feel like that's a pretty good number. Anyway, let's get over here and restore this village. I still have no idea how you use that. Alright. It's like a bomb. A spirit bomb? No, it's a whole different thing. Wow, the village has been restored. Sakia came through big time. She really was protecting the village. But I sure wish I could have spent some more time in her kimono. If you know what I mean. But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village could still be in danger. Let's go see how they're all doing down there. Well, things seem to have calmed down a lot, so let's head on down. It even appears we have someone to talk to down here. They appear to be a little what in the world? I don't remember there being a statue here. Well, whatever. Let's go talk to the villagers. Huh. Weird. Well, let's head up this staircase. Even though, if you check, this is actually not the way to the village. Some trees that appear to be missing some leaves and such. I've got a bad feeling about this. Kamiki Village is supposed to be famous for its scenic beauty. I wonder what's going on down there. I wonder. Also, what's up with this? Anyway. This also appears like it should have a pond in it somewhere. Running! Running! This game's also supposed to be famous for its music, but doesn't sound like very much right now. Also, this is our equipment, Divine Retribution. It's a reflector received from Sakuya. Banishes evil with divine power. We'll be getting more of those eventually. Maybe even new types. Who knows? Oh yeah, that's right. We use this thing to power ourselves up. We'll get to that, because we don't have any of the thing it requires right now. And these are our brush techniques in case you need a bless me. Bless me. A reminder for, you know. Things. Alright. We don't have time to stroll around reading all the signs. Well, excuse me. Let's go into this house. It appears there's an... Hey, what are you doing? This is no time to be goofing off. Why are all these oranges being cooked? Is this like a thing? Anyway, I forgot he was cooking them, to be perfectly honest. Alright, well. Hey, there's a statue here too. It's like the villagers have turned to stone or something. Not again! That's not one of those smaller monsters that are lurking about. A roar like that's gotta belong to something much bigger. Let's hurry up and find somebody with a pulse around here. No good. This one's not moving. Everyone here was perfectly fine just a few hours ago. There's definitely something strange going on around here. The village is back, but what's up with this dark sky? Maybe it's dark outside the village too. Let's find some high ground so we can take a look. But yeah, examining any of the villagers henceforth will just result in Isun being like, yo, they're stone, dumbass. So, let's go ahead and head back up to where we were going. Let's go back to that sacred deck we were on before. Luckily, when Amaterasu revs up into full speed, she can go pretty dang fast. Also, the cool flower grass growing effect thing right behind you is it's always awesome to see. This is bad. The sun's not even shining. It's as black as night as far as the eye can see. And not a single villager can move a muscle. Is it some kind of curse? Did a monster do this? It's not gonna stay like this forever, is it? If only the sun were out to light our way. If you could draw a circle in the sky, we'd have ourselves a sun. But I guess that'd be impossible, even for a god like you. Maybe we better seek out another brush god for help. Of course, if you had that kind of power from the start, well, that'd be a different story. Well, we are the sun goddess, Amaterasu. Isn't that just the most beautiful circle you've ever seen? Whoa, whoa, what the? Come to think of it, your name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So it followed that you had the sunrise technique from the start. With it, you could even turn night into day. Wow, you're no run-of-the-mill god, that's for sure. The flowing brush is like music from the heavens. That's a line from one of my grandfather's poems. He felt a skilled artist was like a musician of shape and color. Since you're such a great artist yourself, why don't we name your brush work after that poem of his? It's called Celestial Brush. After all, your brush did bring out the sun. Well, Ami, let's get back to the village. We gotta see if the villagers are back to normal now. Who are you? The village elder, Mr. Orange. I assume Orange-san? But, a white wolf. Not the one who fought that terrible creature with Nagi. You couldn't possibly be the legendary Shiranui. No, it can't be. That story is 100 years old. Still, you look a lot like that statue of Shiranui. On the other hand, you don't look quite as smart. Whoa! No need to growl like that. Can you really understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not one to mince words. I just state the facts. Goblins! What's this sudden chill down my spine? Here they come, Furball! Those are the monsters that have been plaguing these lands. They sneak into villages and cause all sorts of trouble. Step aside, Furball. This is a job for my trusty sword, Denko Maru. We tossed him aside. Oh, right, bumper net. That does actually stun them, though. So, actually, these kind we can just kind of attack with it. But it's better to use it as a finisher. Since we have so limited ink pots, And for defeating them, we gain some divine favor. I think that's what it's called anyway. Wow, you really get aggressive when you're mad, don't you? Hey, you got yourself some praise. Oh, it's just praise. Okay. And look, see how that dried up spring began flowing again? That's because ridding an area of monsters restores the god's power to the land. People call it divine intervention. The more you restore the land to its natural beauty, the more praise you'll get. It's the source of your power. Few people believe in gods these days, and that may weaken you. But if you try real hard, your true power just might shine through. But boy, there's sure been a lot of monsters around lately. And that Mr. Orange you tossed around up on the sacred deck. Looks like he thinks you're a regular wolf. Seems the gods have grown so weak, people can't see them anymore. Anyway, I'll show you around the village. It's kind of interesting that Isun can see us then. I have a feeling we're in for an epic adventure. This should be fun, Furball. A village for a peach. We obtained a feed bag. Seeds. Freshly roasted seeds that seed-loving animals can't resist. Why, you little devil, look at this sweet grub you found. Hey, wait. This is animal food. Still, we could save it to give to animals. Let's use it when we try to approach animals later. Something good might come out of using it the right way. I know gods aren't supposed to use creatures in this manner, but what the heck? Let's make an exception this time. Oh, I almost forgot. There was something I wanted to tell you. Whenever you want to check the items you've obtained, just press the start button to open the fan menu. While the fan menu is open, you can check and use the items you have. Alrighty. Oh, I forgot to bring up the chat again. There we go. There's other things you can do there too. The fan menu is your key to a successful adventure. For instance, we can look at all the praise we've acquired, and we can use it to level ourselves up, but sadly, we can't inject quite enough just yet. I'll probably go for an ink bottle upgrade first. Oh, you can also upgrade your purse using this, but right now, our max being 99,999 is perfectly fine. We don't have any real reason to have more than that. Oops. Well, if I were a bird, I'd love some seeds. So let's use it right here. Also, this scene will last forever if you wish, but we have things to do. So let's continue onwards. How do I make this stop? Oh, well, there's a skip button, but I don't skip. Do I? Maybe. Okay, let's go. Alright. And for feeding the animals, we get a little bit of praise. Yay! Great Shiranui. Oh no. We can bite this guy. Don't bite people. Ah, I feel it. I sense it. Foul beasts dwell in this place. Concentrate. Look hard, you see? Right behind you now. Oh, well, okay. If you hit them with the third shot of your combo, no matter where in your combo you're in, well, you can do this. Is this guy dead? He totally is. Sweet. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it! The fighting went on for exactly 15 seconds! Okay. Well, that was strange. Let's move along here. It seems the villagers are back to normal, though, so we can talk to a bunch of them. Does this mean I can read the signs and stuff now? Home of the Elder. Ah, Mr. Orange lives here. He's a regular village celebrity. He really likes his oranges. It's pretty weird. Nothing to eat here. Nothing to eat here either. Bark. Still trying to figure out. Oh yeah, that's right. You can do this to get a bit of an instant speed boost. And for some reason, I always press A to try to talk to people. I've had just about enough of this. I don't know if it's stray dogs or monsters or what. But someone keeps messing up my crops. Going around digging holes with Y, it makes me mad. If I catch you digging around here, you'll get a good thumping. That sounds like a challenge to me. We consumed a turnip. Tuber with crispy texture. Fills the astral pouch. I can't see her. Whee! I may be a legendary goddess, but I do like stealing turnips. Ow. Can I, like, stun her or something? Nah, it just pisses her off more. Is she getting faster, or is it just me? I didn't want to bite the bird, I wanted to fuck. Huh, that made me invulnerable for half a second though. It's kind of a funny interaction. I have a bird. It's in my mouth. I have the legendary turnip. What do I do with this? Whee! Okay. You're pretty smart, aren't you, boy? Hayabusa got a taste of my fist for that, the dumb mutt. What do I do with this? We offered the oddly shaped turnip. Hey, that's the oddly shaped turnip Hayabusa and I have been looking for. That means you've broken Hayabusa's record by digging up all 10 turnips. Gosh darn it. Fine, you're the better canine. Anyway, it actually feels good to have a new goal to aim for. And we get 7 praise for that. Yay. Also, keep in mind Hayabusa here. He's important. Maybe. For now, so there's a watermelon here. We consumed watermelon. Sweet and juicy fruity treat. Fills the astral pouch. Chickens eat seeds, but unfortunately we have no more things to give to animals, so let's head into here. This must be where she ages the sake. Smells good, doesn't it? It would if I wasn't a wolf, probably. I still have no idea how to use it. Okay. The home of Hayabusa, the greatest hole digger in Kamiki. This is Mushi's handwriting. I stole their money. Go me. Also, that pot just had like a leak in it. That's kind of weird. Oh, what a fine-looking wolf. What's your name? Mine's Kushi. It's a pleasure to meet you. The sake brewer, Kushi. Oh, working in the fields again, are you? Isun! Are you and the wolf together? This is where I grow the rice for making my sake, you know. But I have to manage the harvest all on my own. It's hard work. Maybe I should have Susanoo give me a hand again this year. Oh, listen to me blabbering on. I just can't help chatting to you. Why, Ami, I think you found a friend here. You'll meet many people who want to talk to you like this. You should talk to them 2 or even 3 times. Being a god and all, you can actually tell when to talk because you'll see a triangle above their head. That means they still have something to say. It might even be valuable information sometimes. Sometimes they may just be muttering to themselves, but it pays to listen. Susanoo's a neighbor of mine. He's a little unusual, but he goes around with a huge sword slung over his shoulder. He's always practicing with it. They say he's a direct descendant of our legendary hero Nagi. And he loves his sake too. He often pops around here to buy it. Make sure to say hello when you see Susanoo. He could use a friend, I should think. He's always on his own. There's a waterfall over there. It has a very strange effect. These rice balls look edible. Hey, they totally are. We consumed onigiri. Right, balls of rice wrapped in seaweed. Fills the astral pouch a little bit. And a bale of rice. A bale of rice fastened with straw. Fills the astral pouch. That just doesn't sound good, but okay. I remember seeing some bales of rice in another house too, but we've almost filled the astral pouch, so there's no reason to really go out of our way for it. Or at least I assume 100's filled. I could be wrong. A white wolf! Now that's a rare sight. Did you come down from the mountains just to play with us? Well, you'd better be careful, dear. Lately, some monsters have been attacking the village. Urs. Do you even know who you're talking to, Grandma? This here is Shiranui Reborn. The wolf and I have it covered. Those monsters are history. Well, if it isn't too soon. And riding a wolf, are we? Well, this one certainly resembles Shiranui, especially the nose. Well, I'd better get back to my work. Here to listen to the ramblings of an old woman, are you? Well, I was doing the laundry, but when it was ready to dry, I noticed my drying pole was gone. Oh, whatever shall I do? Where did that darn pole go? How could something important like that just disappear? She's missing something that should be there, is she? You'd better help her out, Furball. What's a drying pole? Oh. Maybe like this. Boink. A new drying pole! Oh my! Where did that come from? Ah, the gods must have answered my prayers. How wonderful! Time to dry the laundry! Well, I'm glad I was able to hang my laundry, but the sun seems to be so far away these days. Maybe it doesn't like all those monsters that are lurking about. If only it would shine closer, my laundry would dry in a second. Well, okay, but you should probably be careful what you wish for. Okay. It's like right there. My word! The sun is suddenly drawn so close. My laundry will be bone dry in no time. First my pole, and now this? Will the miracles never cease? Maybe I ought to make some cherry cakes to offer to the sun. Come back tonight if you want some too, Snowball. No one makes better cherry cakes. They're mouth-watering good. And more importantly, we got some praise. Well, there's some chests down there, but I have no idea how we're supposed to get to them. Maybe if I give them a good slash? Maybe if I give them a good slash? Maybe if I drown? Drowning is not the answer. Don't drown. Alright. Well, there's a boulder here. Maybe if I cut it. Or not. Okay. She's always snoring like a bear. This is the home of the 2-bit middle-aged warrior Susano. He goes around claiming to be a descendant of Nagi. He's famous around here for his lineage, but he's awfully lazy and too off the wall to be a descendant of a legendary hero. That's pretty tough. This rock's the perfect size for training. Looks like there isn't a single scratch on it, though. This mirror looks a little different. I don't know why that is. I can't remember if there's some kind of significance to that. I don't think so. Anyway. This probably says something about home of Nagi, the great warrior. Right. The great warrior Susano. Jeez, it's not even spelled right. Ooh, ink bottles. Hey, we just revealed a shrine to Kushi. Looks like an etching of that Kushi girl. I wonder if this guy actually trains at all. Hey, is it just me? Or can you hear snoring from underneath this jug? I am the greatest. Ugh. If that didn't wake him, nothing will. Let's just leave him for a while and find something else to do. Damn, even a power slash. This guy's a powerful sleeper. Alright, well, we'll just leave him be for now then. Let's head over this. Heave! Heave! Ah, this is weird. My mind really wants to shift this rock, but my body won't cooperate. It's like I'm made of lead. Could this be a case of demonic possession? I sure hope not. Maybe. And here we find the red goblin. Red Oni. I can't honestly remember. I'm pretty sure it's a goblin though. Actually, if you check out your fan menu, you can find it. Green imp. Okay, so they're imps. Got it. So that's a red imp then. Try and get them lined up. Ugh. A little bit of a sloppy line, but hey, it works. We consumed a potato. It's dry but satisfyingly flavorful. And it fills the astral pouch. Hey, you guessed it, a little bit. And if we do that, we can break his little guitar lute thing, shamisen, and then break his face. Oh, we actually got an S rank on damage, even though I took a hit. Cool. Yeah, we get 30 more praise, which means we can upgrade our ink bottle. We accumulated praise. Whoa, Ami, you suddenly started glowing. That means your divine attributes can be enhanced. Well, you sure look excited. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Let's take a stab at enhancing your divine attributes. I'm gonna open the fan menu where you'll see your divine attributes. Use the praise you've accumulated to enhance any attribute you want. Well, considering we can only choose between two, I'm gonna upgrade the ink bottle. Cool. Well, is it all coming back to you or what? Huh? It's hard to notice such a small enhancement. Oh, lighten up, Furball. This is one big step for the new and improved Amaterasu. Keep up the good work. Oh, I almost forgot. We better check in on that dude. Ah, I feel as light as a feather now. Sadly, that doesn't make it any easier to shift this boulder. Who went and blocked the only path out of here anyway? There's no way I can get back to the city now. Say, pup, your owner lives here in the village, right? So you must know that guy Susano. Can you get him to come here? They say he's the descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. If anyone can do something about this rock, it's him. That's strange. This boulder wasn't here before. Very strange indeed. But yeah, the ink pot will be our main focus. Though I'll probably be upgrading health, like, whenever it comes up. Because that's how I enhance all attributes. That's why my arts are so screwed up in Xenoblade. Anyway. I am the greatest. Oh, Kushi. Let's wake this guy up. What the? Huh? Ah, I feel so well rested. I planned to meditate underground, but fell fast asleep. Huh? Who are you? And what business do you have with Susanoo, the greatest warrior ever? The great warrior, Susanoo. Do even the beasts know of my great exploits now? Well, Fido, I'm not looking for apprentices. Whack, 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 whack. Go back to the mountains and play with your monkey friends. How dare a mangy mutt like you interrupt my meditation? Get a load of this guy. All brawn and no brains. Quit messing around and come with us. You snuck in here again. Quit bugging me, you bug. I told you, don't call me a bug! Come on, Ami. We're taking him with us. What do you think you're doing? Put me down this instant? What will the neighbor think? Neighbors? You mangy mutt, you brought me all the way here just to test yourself against me? Then prepare to taste the wrath of my trusty blade, Tohen Boku. Hold on a minute. You're the legendary Susanoo? Yup, none other than Susanoo, the greatest warrior who ever lived. And by the way, never interrupt warriors engaged in battle. But I've got a favor to ask you. This huge boulder blocking the path is really getting in my way. Can't you do something about it? What? Come on, please? I mean, you are Nagi's descendant, aren't you? Surely one stone's no match for your mighty skills, right? It is certainly not beyond my ability. Really? Great. Okay then, no time like the present. Go for it! Wait, a boulder of this size is not very easy even for me. This will require my utmost focus to magnify the power of my sword. I shall retire to the training grounds to make preparations. Wait for my return. I wonder. I've never seen the guy train seriously. Ever! Well, we better go check on him then. I know I told that merchant I could help, but a boulder of that size? I don't care if I'm of a legendary bloodline. It's just too big. Oh no. I can't believe I've run out of sake at a time like this. This won't do one bit. That's it for today. I'll just have to train tomorrow. I can't train without sake to fuel the fire. Training will just have to wait till tomorrow. Why do today what can be put off until tomorrow? That's doing things the Susanoo way. Ha 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 ha. Sake! Oh yeah, this village has a sake brewing girl, doesn't it? Well, let's go see her. Because, it seems like Susanoo's not gonna do a damn thing until we do. Yes. Oh, hello there. I've got a bit of a problem, you know. I have to polish rice in the mill house before I can use it. But the mill's broken. A wicked monster broke it the other day. I gotcha. It's hopeless trying to make good sake without clean rice. Wow, that's too bad. I should never have let that monster try my new Thunder Brew. A broken mill and flattened crops. That's all the thanks I get. Don't go giving monsters sake. They're bad enough sober. Sheesh, what was she thinking? Well, anyway, I guess this is a matter of fixing something that's broken. Sounds like something you could handle with your brush, Ami. Fuck. Okay. I did it. What's this? Oh, the mill's been mended. Who on earth did that? Well, I'd completely given up on the idea of making my sake. But now I can get on with polishing the rice. Well, no time like the present. I better get started. You're interested in how to brew sake, are you, Snowy? Well, this thing here is for polishing the rice, you know. You see? Oh, I'll tell you what. I've got something I think you'll like. Hehe, it's just some leftover stock from the store. But I made it myself. It's called Vista of the Gods. Oh, but are you even old enough to drink, Snowy? Well, here you go anyway. Oh yeah, she also auto jumps, like whenever you come to a fence or something. It can be helpful, but more annoying really than anything. Hold it right there, Fido. That smell. Is that Kushi's famous homebrewed sake? We offered Vista of the Gods. Fido, my friend, did you bring me some of Kushi's sake? Oh, what a glorious day. Ah, good old sake. A man without drink is like a warrior without his trusty sword. In fact, it is said that Nagi himself relied on the power of sake in his battle with the dreaded Orochi. That's not entirely wrong, but not exactly right either. It's all so clear now. Let the training begin! I'll just try a bit of my usual routine. Okay, here I come. But we've got to help Mr. Susano here out with his training, otherwise, you know, nothing will happen. Feast your eyes on this, Susano style. Exploding implosion! What is an exploding implosion? As you can see, we empower his slashes with our power slash, but he's also empowering us in a way. Huh? Hiya! Susano style. Exploding implosion! That's amazing! You sliced that huge rock clean in half! You really are something. Wow, I didn't think you could do it, Pops. Me either. I mean, of course I could. After all, I am Susano, the greatest warrior ever. Hey, you weren't just showing off when you said you were Nagi's descendant. Someone like you'd have no trouble fighting monsters off, huh? Well, anyway, thanks a lot. Now I can start doing business again. Did you say monsters? Oh, of course. No problem. This is a job for the most skilled warrior in all of Nippon. Yes, I shall rid these lands of their vile presence. Just sit back and watch the great Susano work his magic. He shouldn't get all puffed up. He's nothing without us. Do you think I'll be okay? The monsters outside the village are a bit nasty. Ah, glorious Amaterasu. Peach Butt. What a pleasure to witness your heroic deeds. I am in awe. When you cleave the boulder into two, my heart skipped a beat. To see your skills with the brush is to be witness to great art. Yeah? So, do we get a reward or something, lady? I hardly think your participation had any impact, little bug. It's Isun! Isun, Isun, Isun! Stop calling me a bug! I'll crawl back into your kimono if you say that again. My word. Oh, relax, lady. Furball here is more comfy anyway. Let's get back to that reward thing you were talking about. Come on, Ami. Put your paw up or something. Go on, shake. I must apologize. I would like to reward you, but I'm afraid I haven't the power. I can barely muster enough strength to make a flower bloom. Though my body stands firmly here within the confines of the village. My roots spread far and wide, protecting remote areas outside. These parts of me are known as guardian saplings. They collect the praise and adoration that gives me strength. The recent evil is eroding the guardian saplings. If this continues, I will wilt away as well, and my power will vanish. Worse yet, the dark power grows stronger with each passing day. Life as we know it will be consumed utterly in no time. Ah man, this is getting heavy. Great and powerful Amaterasu! Could I be so bold as to request your assistance in rejuvenating these guardian saplings by lifting the curse that enslaves them? I shall mark the location of nearby saplings on your map. I have grown tired. I haven't even the strength to speak now. I hope that my request does not fall in on deaf ears. Amaterasu, may the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. Bah! I'm always itching for a good fight, but I sure don't want to poke my nose into this mess. Still, I'm stuck with Furball here till I get all the brush skills. Anyway, Ami's a god and all. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, did you listen to her, Furball? You get the rest of the brush techniques to save the world, and I'll steal and learn them. Yeah, that's the ticket. At any rate, let's start by following those marks on the map. Bork. I have no idea what save file I just saved over, but hey. Also, merchant. Okay then, guess I better offload some stock before heading back. Feel free to take a look if you've been sent to do the shopping, pup. Do some shopping? Heck yeah! Alright, so we can buy some feed bags. He sells 4 different kinds. A vengeance slip. Exorcism slips, Steel Fist Sake, Steel Soul Sake, Holy Bonus. Well, we are going to need to definitely buy a bunch of these, but there are upgrades I think you can buy with money as well, so we're gonna hold off on that. But now you know where to get them. I used to know how to do that. Shinshu Field. It's looking a bit demonic. Huh? You probably know this already on me, but this here is Shinshu Field. The most beautiful field in Nippon. At least, it's supposed to be. But ever since that incident, I've been getting a bad vibe. We better watch where we're going. you can look at the map by holding down the left trigger. Let's pay attention to the map as we push ahead. And if you see these scrolls about, well, it means... oh. Ami, that's the first guardian sapling marked on our map. It's supposed to be a place for travelers to rest and recuperate. But just look at it. It looks like it could fall over at any moment. This place is definitely cursed from the looks of it. Places where evil has taken hold, luring monsters from far and wide, are known as cursed zones. But I've never seen one this big. It's withered all the plant life in the area, even that big tree. It'd take a monster with powers beyond even a god to do this. That tree's an offshoot of Sakuya. It protects nature in the area. Maybe the natural beauty here would return if we revived it. But how the heck could we do that anyway? How indeed. If you look, there are actually little cracks in the stage, by the way. You can escape from battles through those. I'll pretty much never do it, but it's an option. And a bunch of like storyline battles you're not able to escape from. For obvious reasons. Well, let's head over to that guardian sapling and see if we can't do something about it. But first, more imps! Ooh, the red one. I'll be getting mostly S ranks because, you know, I've done this before. I got this. I do want my other weapon, though. Well, you look at that, Ami. This guardian sapling's a wreck. So that's why Sakuya's hurting so bad. I bet the natural beauty would return if you revived that tree. But how could you possibly do something like that? You'd need a special power that could make a withered tree bloom. Well, we have this. Oh. Yep, as you can see, the rejuvenation power is not good enough here. And those people are standing in the curse zone, and thus have been turned to stone. That rhymed a little bit. Anyway. Boop. Are you the only one here? Red imps are thankfully not too tough. After they block, you break their thing, and then you beat them up again. They go down relatively easily. I'm just gonna clear out the different encounters around here, just so we have a baseline. Whoop. Thankfully, we can do 4 brushstrokes in a single battle. And it regenerates fairly quickly, so you can actually do quite a few more. But 1,000, nice. This person hasn't been changed to stone. The Nameless Man's House. A long line of men who have protected Hana Valley live here. Good to know. Hey, a feed bag. Feedback of what? Seeds. Okay. So if we find some birds around here, we can give that to them. What just happened? I was out here chopping wood and communing with nature as usual when I heard a loud rumbling, like an earthquake from the lake. Then a huge gust of wind blew up out of nowhere. I don't know what happened next, but when I came to, it was like this. My art workshop was just across the stream there, but it up and vanished when this cursed zone appeared. The earth must be angry. All I want is to live with nature and peace, man. But now I can't. I noticed a figure running from the lake toward Kamiki. Whoever it was, man, I hope Mother Earth kept them safe. Oh, it's got a bit more. What's up, nature buddy? Curious about that cave? Well, it's the entrance to a place called Hana Valley. The site of an amazing waterfall. But monsters have moved in now. There's a trippy crystal ball that makes plants grow enshrined there. You'd think gardeners would be flocking here for it. Actually, not long ago that Susano guy went marching in there. It's weird, normally he runs away at the sight of monsters. And he hardly seems the type to try his hand at gardening. Anyway, it's bad karma, man. You could be attacked if you went in. Yeah, we'll be fine. For now, I'm gonna ransack your house, just like I do in Dragon Quest. That log respawned. This house is possessed! Run away! Alright, let's see. Oh, there's actually a fun thing you can do here. Well, okay. That's not exactly what I was going for, but I thought you could slash ahead of him to interrupt his swing or something and he'd be confused, but I guess instead he was just confused by the ink all over him. Ooh, 2 red imps. What? There we go. Thankfully, without their shamisen, the imps don't have much of an offensive capability to speak of, so. You can actually just double slash them, it seems, make them block, and then destroy their shamisen, so. That is the thing you can do. There's also that little thing in the top, bottom left there with Ami and it's all red. I don't know what's up with that. So I guess we'll just move on. Was that a thing they added to HD, or is that a thing that's always been there and I've just forgot what it does? Keep in mind, I haven't played this game since it like first came out on the PS2, so. Anyway, this is Hana Valley. And where we'll be ending this time, no, I'm kidding. We've still got like a good hour and a half almost or so. So, almost an hour and a half. That's what I was going for. Yep. We obtained the Traveler's Charm. Protects travelers from danger. Increases godhood by 1 level. What does that mean, you may ask? I have no idea. What? Increases godhood. Okay. We did it. We're now a level 2 god. What does that mean? I'm not sure. I might have to look it up. Well, this is quite a gathering. That's also a lot of enemies. And we're gonna have to fight each and every one of them. Keep a watchful eye out for those blow darts that the green ones use, because they're pretty dangerous. Wipe him out, and then we can kill this guy. There we go. Easy enough. And we get an S rank, 1400 N. Very nice. And for defeating them, we can restore that. Oh. Huh? We got rid of the monsters. So why did the gods' power disappear? Guess the curse on the gods of these lands must be really strong. They can't intervene until we do something about this stagnant air. Well, we got rid of a few imps at least. So. We obtained feedback fish. Fresh fish. Irresistible to animals who dine on fish. Well, I can think of one animal in particular. My favorite animal of all time. But we'll get there. That tree looks a bit, Hey, check out that tree. It's moving! Better be careful, Ami. Oh, right. So, for this guy, if you deflect this thing back at him, it stuns him. Ami, did you just do what I think you did? Did you use Power Slash to hit the tree's fruit right back at it? It's wearing taste of its own medicine. What the heck does that mean? Let's pass on by this creepy old tree while we can. And it stuns it for a bit. Unfortunately, we can't do anything to kill them just yet. There's one of those trees back here, but since he's the only thing there, I'm not gonna bother him. This one, on the other hand. Can I slash these? Okay, guess not. Well, that's a thing. And if we look, our good friend Susano's over there. Oh. Well, okay. Just some green imps. Nothing to be afraid of. This guy, on the other hand, he came out of friggin' nowhere. I think he's a yellow imp, if I remember correctly. He burrows under the ground, though, to strike at you, so be careful about him. But you can see where he's coming up from, so... Unfortunately, we can't do anything about him while he's underground at the moment. Can I slash him out of... No? Ow, I took a hit. Can I dig him out? No, okay. He's got a lot of health. There's gotta be a way to damage him. Oh, well, I guess that works. Oh, Godhood is a barrier. And that level thing shows you how much of it you have. Unfortunately, Power Slash does nothing to him, so we'll just have to beat him up until he dies. Alright. Time, not very good. What's all that racket? Oh, it's you, Mutt. What are you doing here? Go home. I already told you I'm not looking for an apprentice. Anyway, Hana Valley is no place for a mutt like you. Beyond this point lies my secret training ground. It's the perfect place to hide... to train. Now scoot, be off with ya. Now cut that out, you mutt. Alright. So let's see. We have a couple of seed bags. Unfortunately, not very much praise. I wonder if the bestiary will give me any ideas. These lute players are harder to exercise than green imps. One night, a man heard lute music and went out to find the source. Hiding in the shadows, he saw the imps stop playing and drink sake. Seeing his chance to attack, the man struck out, severing the lute strings with his blade. The imps disappeared in a wisp of smoke. It is advisable to cut the strings with the brush. And the yellow imp. Folklore has it that these imps never cease in their mischief. Burrowing beneath the ground, they sound their mighty drums. The drum's vibrations shake the earth. Jump to avoid this attack. Legends tell us to lure them from the ground and strike from behind. Ah, okay. Though riddled with disease, they are often portrayed whimsically. These stories are meant to make them seem less threatening. Okay. Wow, check out that wall painting. It's said that a crystal sphere that makes trees grow is enshrined somewhere around here. Based on this painting here, I'd say the rumor must be true. Still, something's not right. Don't you think there's something missing from this painting? Something like the sun? God, that's an awful circle. What in heaven's name? How did that happen? Well, now I can go hide. Now I can go train. Away! Building up your momentum in this game is really fun. That seems really sad now, doesn't it? What a strange place. Is this really the secret training ground Susano mentioned? And speaking of which, where'd Pops go anyway? The Sacred Tree Cherry Cascade. I haven't seen anything remotely like a sacred tree around here. What's up with this tiny sapling? I smell a faint scent like Sakuya's coming from the sapling. Like Sakuya's coming from the sapling. That's what that should have said. What's up with this puddle? Looks pretty chintzy for what's supposed to be a grand altar. I bet there used to be something on here. Whoops. You live for now. One single thingamajig. Ugh. Oh! What now? You foul beast. How did you get in here? Foul beast? You have some nerve sneaking into my private training ground. Did I swallow a hair? What in the heck? Ugh. Now you shall get a taste of my new secret technique. Your foul beast looks like an ordinary sleepy bear to me, Pops. Enough talk. My blade thirsts for battle. Here goes nothing. Susanoo style. Susanoo! Su! What the? Oh, I wasn't ready. Let's try that again. Exploding implosion, Susanoo style. Susanoo! Su! Sa! No! Susanoo! Now for Susanoo style. Exploding implosion! Ha 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 ha. That'll teach you, you foolish beast. You're no match for my new secret technique. Rest in peace, foul beast. The great warrior Susanoo condemns the offense, not the offender. Anyway, there are monsters I must deal with. Sheesh. It's still sleeping like a... well, a bear. What a snore. Makes Susanoo's down like a kitten's purr. This crystal sphere is filled with leaves. Is this sphere used in a ritual for a good harvest or something? Hey, didn't that wall painting have a sphere-like object in it? Ugh. Something's caught in my throat. It's really gross. Okay. Anyway, we've got to roll this sphere along. So let us do that. Getting it to cooperate is a little bit of a task, but you know, we'll get it done eventually. And then we go here, and then we plop it there. Plop. Ooh. Wow. Someone had a lot of time on their hands to think all this up. So this was that sphere in that wall painting. Which means we're missing one small thing. I bet the sphere here is magic or something. Try that again. There we go. Hey, is this a guardian sapling? It's all withered like the others. What the? Who turned out the lights? Oh, it's another constellation, eh? Ami? Looks like we're missing a couple of points, so let's draw them in. There's a monkey. Ah, Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. My gratitude for releasing my body from its slumber. Please accept my humble thanks in return for your great kindness. I am Sakigami, one of the triumvirate of flora gods known as the Hanagami. My brother and I have been entrusted with the brush techniques known collectively as Green Sprout. I will now grant you my humble power. Use it wisely. The first of the Green Sprout powers. The one known as Bloom. That was Sakigami, one of the gods of flora. Apparently, the bloom brush technique can make flowers blossom simply by drawing a circle on a withered tree. Hey! Maybe it'll make the withered guardian saplings blossom too. Maybe. Get ready for one of the coolest cutscenes in games. Yeah, seeing that one the first time, it was pretty amazing. We got a whole 30. Wow! Look at how everything grew back so quick. Sakuya wasn't kidding about the power of the guardian saplings. So this is what Hana Valley is supposed to look like. Seems Sakuya's guardian sapling has lifted the evil curse. I'm not sure how weak the gods have become recently, but it must have taken some wickedly strong power to suppress this magnificent guardian sapling. Even if you are Shiranui Reborn, we might be up against more than we bargained for. Hey Ami, what about that withered guardian sapling outside? I bet you could revive it like you did this one. And by bringing that guardian sapling back to life, we might be able to lift the curse there too. What are we waiting for? Leap before you think, right? Sakigami. Now with the bloom power, there's a couple of things we can do. But first, green and yellow imp. Alright, let's see. We need to sneak up behind him. That drum turned into a cannon. What? Yeah, no, that definitely speeds up the battle quite a lot now, doesn't it? Yeah, we have some boars, but they don't eat seeds or fish, so we don't really have anything to give them at the moment. We do have some health to get. 80 for the next upgrade. Not that we really needed it, but I might actually need to upgrade that purse a bit faster than I thought. That creepy old tree just won't give up. I've got an idea, Ami. Maybe you could hit its fruit right back at it. And while it's stunned, you could use Bloom to rid it of evil. That's pretty much the plan, yeah. So the wallet requires 150. Okay. Or the purse, I should say. And while it's stunned, you do this. Thankfully we have 4 ink pots, so we're able to do that without too much issue. The statue's all dirty. But that's proof that it's been watching over us for ages. Whoa, Ami, hold on. Hana Valley looks so much better now, but what about this gloomy patch of grass? You can use the power of Bloom to fill it in. Just fill it with your brush, and Bloom will take care of it. Yeah, when he says fill in, he actually means fill it in. And when you do, boom, a scroll. We obtained green sprout tips. We also have travel tips. There are a few places in this wide world where I have not set foot. My travels have granted me extensive knowledge. I've endeavored to record this knowledge in a series of scrolls. Press X to destroy breakable objects with a tackle. From a tackle, you can initiate a dash with the left stick. Obstacles can be leapt over by jumping with A. Press A firmly to jump to greater heights. Perform wall jumps by pressing A when you contact a wall. Dashing and wall jumping will prove invaluable throughout your quest. To succeed, you must always be fully aware of your surroundings. Use the right stick to change the camera's angle, blah 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 blah. This is the essence of any adventure. Using the green sprout technique, poke holes in the ground with dots. The ink becomes as a seed and trees sprout forth, confounding foes. Life force this vegetation emits is the bane of evil. There was a scroll here too, eh? Ami, this looks like the travel guide. It's an ancient record of a pilgrimage across the land. If this were the real thing, it'd normally be worth a fortune, but with all the copies out there, you probably wouldn't get much for it. At any rate, if you ever want to read it, just press the start and open the fan menu. It may sound rather peachy, but it should at least help you in your travels. Hello, evil tree. Hello, evil tree. Whoa! Whoa, bro. That's not cool. We also get a bunch of fruit for doing that, so, you know, that's always good. And we got a few just plain withered trees as well, but I need this guy to... Whoa! That was a bit dangerous. Thankfully, my reflex is quick, like a panther. Anyway, these withered trees can also be bloomed. And doing so gives you like one praise. Yeah. Oops. I just got that tree back there. Oh crap. Oh, well, okay. I thought for a second that I screwed up and killed that one tree back there, but thankfully that was not the case. You also get a bunch of fruit for doing that, so, you know. I guess the astral pouch fills up to 150 or 200? There's just a bunch of water down there, but we can't really do much with it, so... We'll just move along. Hey, remember these guys? Whoa, hey, brother. It's not cool. And if you want to do this... You can do it like that. But I barely like ever use that technique, so... I barely ever find use for it. To be perfectly honest. And with them defeated and Hana Valley actually restored for once, we get this. Did I just hear a cat? Oh no, they're monkeys. They don't eat fish and they don't eat seeds, so yeah, these won't really work. And I think it consumes it even if you give it to the wrong thing. So you may want to be careful of that. Anyway, prepare to watch me bloom lots of things here over the next hour, because there were a lot of black trees. And I need that 1 point of praise from each and every one of them. Oops. Also, These monkeys sound really weird. Oh. You get a little bonus treasure for doing all that. Cool. I totally forgot about that. How did this one get bloomed? Anyway, there's a green spot here. Let's, It's a tree! No. We obtained digging tips. Scroll drawn by wandering artist. Contains useful information. Alright. Press Y to dig holes. This simple act has great depth. Spots that appear empty may emit light in the darkness. Dig with Y in these spots to find great treasures. Not the only advantage. You may notice a green glow in areas with lush vegetation. You will reveal a wilted clover by digging there, and then you can rejuvenate it. Sweet. Awesome. Also, we can use that thing as an air dash. I feel like I've forgotten to mention that. Wait. Okay, there's the... Well, we bloomed all the trees, and the game wants to reward us for it, so let's head over here and see what's up. We obtained a sun fragment. Collect 3 of these bright fragments to extend solar energy by 1 unit. So yeah, along with our praise upgrades, we can also gain more max health by collecting those as well. Which of course makes extending it with your praise even less useful. So, I think there's also an ink bottle upgrade that does that as well, but they're a lot rarer. Anyway, let's head over here and save our game. Now that we have exorcised Hana Valley. We can head back out here. Okay, that's a new brush technique in the bag. Now, Ami, before you get all excited and forget what you're supposed to do, I have an important tip for you. Ready? Okay then. If you ever forget what to do next, press start to open the fan menu, and then take a look at the logbook. You'll find your journal there. Hey Ami, what about that withered guardian sapling on the outer field? I bet you could revive it too. By bringing that one back to life, it might be able to lift the curse there too. Your journal is a record of the important dialogue you've heard. It shows all the important info you have in that furry little head. Just dig up info the way I just showed you, and you'll be able to recall important things. Your adventure will be a lot easier if you remember this. Also remember, first things first. Okay, let's get going. You okay? Freaky. It looks like the river suddenly cleared up. I did see Susanna whizzing past here a little while ago. But surely it wasn't him who cleaned up the river, was it? Nah, that wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't. It was us. So, alright, let's see. I mean, he helped a little bit, I guess. Anyway, we gotta get over to this guardian sapling. Also, if you enter too far into a curse zone... Holy cow, this is bad! It looked like your regular old curse zone from back there, but the evil here is far worse close up. It would curse a normal person in a flash. I'm afraid it might even rob you of your power. So yeah, whenever you enter a curse zone, it starts draining the crap out of your ink, and it also starts draining the crap out of your health. So be careful of that. That'll probably never come up though. Bigger circle. There we go. But let's bring Shinshu Field back to the way it was. We now have enough to extend our health, but we're not doing that. Wow, that wow, that nasty curse zone is completely gone. The plants and animals are back, and just feel that fresh breeze. Now that's what I call great divine intervention. If you keep on dispelling the evil curse like this, I bet the gods of nature will lend you their powers. Hey, that's Sakuya's tree, isn't it? Maybe she perked up because you revived a guardian sapling or two. Well, we can stop by and see her later. I mean, we're kinda on a roll here. How about we take a look around Shinshu Field first? You've been gone 100 years, right? A good run around the place will do you good. We obtained Fleeing Battle, a scroll drawn by a wandering artist. It contains useful information. As mentioned, this is the scroll that tells you how to run away from battle. Demons' grudges may take form as what is known as a demon scroll. Physically contacting these scrolls draws you into a demonic realm. You'll doubtless find yourself under attack shortly thereafter. Battles can be desperate affairs, often you may wish to avoid them. You can find a crack in the demonic realm's border. Well, if you attack it, you can escape. But, A smaller chest. We obtained a Traveler's Charm. We kind of already know what this does, though. We've kind of seen it before. Now let's see, what am I doing here again? Oh yes! I took shelter under this guardian sapling. When I heard that terrifying sound before, like a monster growling. Well, this is perfect. It's fate. Why don't I set up shop here? You know where to come when you're sent shopping, right, Pooch? Oh yes. I don't know if you'll understand this, but here goes. I'd like to ask you a favor. It'll be a cinch with your nose. If you sniff out any nice bowls or dishes lying about, well, don't just leave them to rot away. Bring them to me, would you? If you turn up any treasures that are worth a bit, I'll pay you. Treasures? You found anything like that, Ami? If you did, you should just sell it. I mean, what are you gonna do with stuff like pots and dishes? It's hard to sell stuff you worked so hard to get. But don't worry. All the treasures you collect will be cataloged in the fan menu. What are you mumbling about? Have you got some things for me? He sells pretty much the same stuff the other guy did. And we have found 0 treasures. So, we'll go ahead and get 5 of each thing. This lets us use up a bit of our M. That looks a bit oh no, it's the demon scroll right behind. That's why. Hey, nature brother. What's going on? It's been ages since I've seen the river looking so healthy. That magical crystal ball must be working its mojo. Yeah. Hmm? Whoa! What's up with this old gate? I don't like the looks of it. It's just teeming with evil power. I can feel it. Still, you being a god and all, we can't just ignore it. What do you think, my furry friend? We going through it or what? And doing so initiates battle. Surprise. Dodge! This is also a bit of a wave-based battle, because, you know, more demons just appeared. Well, imps, to be exact. And I believe this one ends with a yellow, so, you know, that'll be fun, right? Or maybe it doesn't. Okay. Just a couple of reds. For doing that, we restore this entire little area. With bunnies! Yay! Oh, so that's it. Those things are gateways to monster lairs. I've heard of such gates before. They're called devil gates. Those monsters got a lot of nerve building things like that. Let's tear them down wherever we find them. And I got an achievement, enemy in the gates. Alright, so rabbits are known to feast on herbs. And as relaxing as that is and all, I've got things to do. Yeah, we get 10 praise for it. It's not bad. We need 150 though. The Nameless Man's Kiln. It's a big old kiln for firing pottery. Guess somebody works here. I bet they could make some sweet pottery in a kiln like this. I believe the Nameless Man back there was also looking for something like this. Oh, feedback herbs. Cool. Sweet herbs, popular among herbivorous animals. Unsurprising to nobody. Or surprising to nobody, I think is what I meant. Yep, there's a lot of cool exploration you can do in this game. It's really fun. I love it. Just the atmosphere and everything. And, I mean, of course the art. The art looks incredible. And with the HD facelift, I do see some difference. It looks really nice. It's 153 now. Hey, Nameless Man. I got a surprise for you. Oh, okay. I thought he'd want to know that his kiln's back, but I guess he doesn't care. That's cool. Alright. Let's see if we can't find some more stuff around here to break. I mean, do. Well, there's this guy. Ow, ow, ow. What's going on? Ida of the Dangon Express never trips up. Danganronpa? I've fallen and I can't get up. Might be a curse. Express messenger, Ida. I don't have time for falling over. People are waiting for mail. Those monsters must have set some kind of trap for me as a joke. Darn it! I knew I should have bought a traveler's charm. Hey, Pooch! That's a traveler's charm you've got there, isn't it? There you go. Oh, yes! I feel so light. My body feels as light as a feather. Thanks, Pooch. You saved me. Can't hang about. Gotta catch up on my deliveries. He runs like us. Okay then. Hey, get a load of this statue's face. It's got the same blank expression as you. You're sure all fired up on me. You really think that hard head of yours is gonna bust the wall down? There's a crack in this wall. There's a faint breeze coming through it. Might be worth our while to knock this wall down. Unfortunately, we cannot do that as of yet. Oh, rabbits. We must feed rabbits. There he goes! Ida, hold on, come back. Oh, okay. To the pyrotechnist's house. A pyrotechnist, you say? That could be just the kind of thing we need to bust down a wall. Always keep an eye out for those blackened trees, because it's free praise. And this is a freaky fish demon. Huh? I was thinking I could like knock him out of the air with some trees or something, but I don't know if it's really working that well. In fact, it really doesn't seem to be. Maybe I can just slice him down. There we go. And a bit of damage. Oh, okay, that's not. Get off me. Ow. He blew up! Maybe when they do that I need to, slash them. Super Pyrotechnist Tama's house. Smell that on me? That odor can only be from gunpowder. Hey, maybe it's for fireworks. This is kinda exciting. We obtained The Legend of Orochi, a scroll drawn by a wandering artist. Contains useful information. Dead fish, the transformed spirit of a woman who threw herself into the sea. This demonic fish can fly by flapping its wings. If you spot a fish carcass on the beach at night, it is recommended that you exorcise the fin as if with a powerful slash. Doing so knocks the fish to the ground and sends them packing. Okay. We consumed ginseng, even though it looks like a carrot. Roots bursting with nutrients. Fills the astral pouch. A little bit. It's a weird pile of leaves. What? The gunpowder caught fire again? Somebody's home, but nobody's home, if you know what I mean. Let's come back tonight. Maybe he'll be up by then. Well, that's two things we're waiting for nightfall for. So. To the shrine. Okay. Let's see what's going down here. Moon Shrine. People purify themselves here before visiting the Moon Cave. Okay. Oh, dear me, dear me. This is awful. The Priest of Moon Shrine, Mika. Ah, a most welcome guest has wandered into our shrine. Your timing is immaculate, Wolf. I need to speak to you. Outside is Lake Harami, Nippon's largest lake. In the middle of it, there was an old shrine called the Moon Cave. But it's completely disappeared, vanished into thin air. It enshrines the wicked demon that Nagin Shiranui once defeated. It housed Tsukuyomi, the fabled sword that keeps the demon at bay. That demon, its name was... No, I'll be cursed if I say it. He who must not be named. Anyway, the point is, what on earth has happened to the shrine? It's guarded day and night by the Tao Master, Waka. On the one occasion he has to go back to the city, this happens. Oh dear. Lately, there have been monsters haunting these parts as well. Those mischief-making monsters are the worst. I expect this is their doing. Well, maybe not this time, but they still need to be dealt with. I've already prepared a wanted list for them. And we have a little bit of a blacklist. The gods will have marked all those wanted monsters with a sign. You'll know as soon as you lay eyes on them. However, they're very cautious. They only come out at night. Will you go put this list up somewhere obvious, Wolf? I'm sure some brave soul will step up to the challenge. We obtain Mika's monster notebook. May the gods protect you always. Hey, this is a sweet job for us, Ami. Let's keep this list handy and take care of all those mischief-making monsters ourselves. I mean, we're gonna run into them whether we like it or not. So we might as well collect the reward too. Heck yeah. Oops. What was that even? Anyway, seems they only come out at night, so let's give it a shot. Oh, and now it's nighttime. Onimaru, the incorrigible. Oh, yeah. What's with this monster? It's got an exercising arrow stuck in it. Exercising arrows are sacred relics for driving away evil. That means somebody really wanted to get rid of this monster. Come on, Ami. Finish it off. Don't let it get away. Dang it. Dang it. That's great. Get rid of his henchman first. Onimaru the Incorrigible defeated. Well, that was one of those monsters from the monster notebook. And we just happened to find it. Boy, you never know what you'll find next. You know that monster notebook you have? Well, you can cross out the wanted monster you've taken care of. The monster you just finished off is on this wanted list. Go ahead and strike the name off the list with your brush. That's one less monster. At this rate, it won't be long before you can cross them all out. Once you defeat all the wanted monsters, go see the priest. Maybe he'll give you a reward. Maybe. This is a guardian statue, but I don't think anyone's been here in years. It's in pretty bad shape. I feel kind of sorry for it. Why don't you leave an offering? How do I do that? Have a flower. No. Tools? Well, for now, I guess we don't really have anything to offer up to it. Let's head towards the moon cave. No particular reason. The moon cave entrance. Huh? We passed under the shrine gate and followed the narrow path. So where the heck's the moon cave? It should be right here. Hey, what's with that big old mountain over there? Since when did that appear in the middle of Lake Harami? They say the moon cave is where Nagi slew the legendary beast. But that huge mountain is way too big for the moon cave, I remember. I mean, just look at it. It's massive! Well, let's go investigate. Youch! What the heck? There's some kind of barrier here. I've never seen one so powerful before. We'd be better off staying away from this thing. So yeah, as of right now, the moon cave is inaccessible to us. But we'll be back soon enough. For now, let's get back to Shinshu Field. There's a couple more things we gotta do before we return to Kamiki Village. Fish? Boars eat seeds? What? 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 And we obtain feeding. Scroll drawn by wandering artist. I wonder if that will actually give me any idea about. Okay. That didn't tell me jack. Can't do anything with that. This is a patch of cursed land. Oh, well. Can't really do anything with that now, can we? To Agata Forest. This waterway leads to Agata Forest. It's the most green and fertile place in this region. I heard the villagers used to take the ferry to the forest long ago. But now there's no ferry. Well, it's nighttime. Perhaps, the pyrotechnist is awake now. Whoops. Okay. Oh, the fish people. Good. Yes, okay. That is exactly what I needed. They did say something about power slash a flying fish, so. No, no, no. That can't be right. It shouldn't be doing that. No, no, no. I checked and double-checked my formula. Hey, you there, got a minute? Hmm? Whoa! What's this little wisp doing here? Hey, who you calling a wisp? I'm Isun, the wandering artist. Well, well, well. You're a little ball of fire, aren't you? I'm Tama. Tama the Flaming Pyrotechnist. That's what they call me. The Flaming Pyrotechnist. Tama. Listen up, you two. I'm just about to set off a humdinger of a doozy. Take a look at that formula I posted on the wall there. My whole career as a pyrotechnist has led to that formula, friends. It's for a little firework I've dubbed the Midnight Wonder Boy. There's only one problem. Even though I know the formula is sound, it's not working right yet. I know. Listen, pup. You've got good eyes. Fiery eyes. Smoldering eyes. Maybe your red-hot glare is just what I need to set this off. Feast your eyes on the greatest display the world has ever seen. Hold on to your hats, kids. Here I go. The brightest constellation in the sky. The Midnight Wonder Boy! Holy smokes! That Tama may have a few screws loose, but boy can he deliver. Hmm? That light again. Oh, it's another constellation, Ami. One here, one here. And we meet a boar, riding a bomb. Ah, Amaterasu! Origin of all that is good and mother to us all. Too often it is easy to forget that which we cannot see. Hidden away, I had lost track of you. But now my soul is at ease. I, Bakugami! Yes. The reason Bakugo is called Bakugo in My Hero Academia is because his name means bomb. God of explosive force, lend my power to your cause. Use the cherry bomb to lay waste to foes and obstacles alike. Well, that happened. Hey, did another brush technique just come back to you? That was Bakugami, the god of explosions! Explosion! His technique is called Cherry Bomb. Tama's enthusiasm must have awakened the god's power in you. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's give that cherry bomb a try. What about that cracked wall over there? Why don't you try a cherry bomb on it? But be careful. Whoa! Look at that hole! It blasted that cracked wall to smithereens! That cherry bomb is one destructive technique. I mean, just think what it could do to monsters. It's gonna be tricky handling something that powerful. But I bet you'll be using it all the time once you master it. Dang right. For now though, chest. We obtained the rat statue. One of the 13 Zodiac treasures. It is posed whimsically. Okay. How about just a tree? How about... Yeah, we can't actually do anything with that right now. But just remember it's there. I'm burned out. Doesn't look like he'll be up anytime soon. Maybe if I do this... I mean, that happened. For sure. Well, if you remember, we saw a couple of cracked areas, so we're gonna head over to those. And it's daytime again. And we obtained an exorcism slip. Slightly damages nearby enemies. It's a guardian statue, but I don't think anyone's been here in years. Why don't we give it an offering that I don't have? I still don't even know what that really means. Anyway, the other one we saw was over here somewhere. But I'm also trying to catch up to Ida. Well, it appears we won't be anytime soon, but we can at least open this thing up. Actually, if I do remember correctly, the size of your fuse thing does make a difference, so if we make it like that short, it explodes instantly. And we obtained the coral fragment. A hunk of coral said to be brought from the Dragon Palace. That's pretty cool. And now we have a couple of treasures to solve. Oh, horse seeds. Seeds? No. Herbs? Herbs. And it does not consume it if you guess right, so that's good. And now our purse is bigger. Yay! That'll be helpful in the long run. I think next I'll go for an ink upgrade. We'll be needing a lot more of it, especially with the cherry bomb in tow. A demon gate. Devil gate. Whatever. Looks like we just have the one yellow, so if I can just sneak behind him. Dang it. Well, we can at least do this. Yeah, the cherry bomb's pretty good. A single green one? Really? Really, really? Like, for serious? Oh, we got another yellow. And just like that, they're all finished. And for defeating them, we can restore that piece of the land. Get a bit of praise. Heck yeah. This appears to be some kind of training ground. Interesting. Piggies! Huh? What a pretentious sign. I mean, this here's a dojo. It's where people come to learn sword fighting and martial arts and stuff. But who knows if they'll train you here. Maybe if you're a good wolfie, they'll teach you a trick or two. Maybe. These are pigs, so it's probably seeds. Yep. Okay. I don't know why I tried herbs first when I said seeds, but hey, you know. That appears to be on fire. It looks like it's been here forever because it has. Okay. That's some insight for you. Try that one again. There we go. Dojo. This is a rundown dojo operated by some eccentric old man. Let's go meet that eccentric old man. Onigiri-sensei. Well, what have we here? It looks like I have an adorable lupine visitor. My name is Onigiri-sensei, and this is my dojo. Fighting Master, Onigiri-sensei. What business could a wolf like yourself have at a dojo like this? Certainly you haven't come to study the fighting arts with yours truly. I like the cut of your jib, my furry friend. I'd very much like to while away the hours at play with you, but I'm afraid that this place is far too dangerous for creatures like you. That is, of course, unless you can cover the training fee. And he teaches you some pretty useful things. This is actually one I need. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. You've got the cash, have you? I see. I suppose I have no choice. I'll do as you wish and allow you to enroll in my dojo. Ah! Oh! What? Are you mentally prepared to handle the ultimate challenge? Step inside to test your might. Test your might. Test your might. Mortal Kombat! Let the lesson begin. We'll practice the 4 winds reflector technique. Take these tips to heart and remember them as we train. 4 winds reflector technique. First, press X to begin the attack. Press X rapidly in succession. Time it well. Repeat until you connect 4 consecutive reflector hits. This combo makes short work of enemies, and looks good too. Well, did you understand? Do you understand the explanation? Yep. Ah, very well then. I'll grant you this technique scroll. Check it when you forget what it means to be a warrior. We obtain the technique scroll. Understand it with your body as well as your mind. On guard! Not bad. Keep it up. Not quite. Put more energy into it. Is that all the strength you can muster? Yes! Let your warrior's spirit burn bright! That's enough for now. Very impressive. You have shown me your warrior's spirit. You mustn't neglect that spirit. Train every day to keep it strong. You may go now. Show those foul creatures the true nature of the warrior. Oh. And he gave us a holy bone M. Sweet. Amaterasu's favorite snack. Restores 10 units of solar energy. Had enough, eh? Listen, Wolf, gaining experience in a single skill is admirable, but you must never lose the drive for self-improvement. I pray that you do not forget that. So yeah, we'll be coming back there a few times to learn some new techniques. Because, well, they're useful. Next up, in fact, is the dodge mechanic thingy, but I wanted to get the 4th hit first, because that'll help with a bunch of the imps. Also, there's no such thing as fall damage, so feel free to jump from wherever the heck you feel like. Oops. Let's do this. As you can see, we one-hit combo the green ones, so. Goodness sake. And for defeating that devil gate, we gain access to this treasure. And inside we get a vengeance slip. Temporarily deflect enemy attacks. Can't seem to do anything with this right now. But if we... Wait, what? Apparently we can't do anything with it right now at all. Unlike what I was thinking. So let's sell off some of our treasures. And I think that is all for this episode. The first episode of Let's Play Okami. Oops. Join me next time when we head back to Onigiri Sensei's and learn that other technique. and find out what's going on in Kamiki Village. Because while that tree is definitely looking a lot healthier, it's not quite right. And just what is the evil force plaguing the land? Well, we'll be finding out next time. Until then, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, ring the little bell for notifications on all my uploads. And in the description below for links to my Twitch and Twitter. Follow those for updates on my streams. Until then, later guys. Say goodbye, Amy. Okay, that's enough. Stop it. Stop your barking! Dang it.